Storytime with Dave Booker. I appreciate you coming back. Hope you're enjoying these readings of Kent Wayne's works. Today we're going to continue with Kor-Thank, Barbarian Valley Girl. And we've read chapters 1 through 4. Today we're going to do chapter 5. And then on the next reading we'll do chapters 6 and 7. We'll do a twofer. So that will be the last of these books. So I hope you're enjoying them. If you are, please leave some information down at the bottom. Let me know how you're liking this. Let Kent Wayne know. You can let him know that you like it a lot by buying the book. So hope you do. Again, we're going to do chapter 5 of Kor-Thank, Barbarian Valley Girl. And we might as well just get right into it. Peter and Ian walked into the gym. Students were chatting and laughing, shimmying to the music and drinking punch. Hal was standing off to the side, surrounded by a circle of fawning sycophants, holding a glitter-crusted cup in her right hand. Bingo! Peter's eyes zeroed in on the cup. Peter! Ian tugged on his sleeve and pointed to the center of the dance floor. What are you? He suddenly straightened. Is that Kanye West? Nope, she shook her head. It's just a hologram. Hologram, but closer, under his left eye. Peter squinted. There was something on his cheek. Letters, he realized. They were hovering in the air an inch above his skin. I pulled up in the Benz. They all got up in. We all went to the den, and then I had to pay. If you fucking with this girl, then you better be paid. You know. As Kanye rapped, the letters rippled with rainbow light, bringing them into sharp relief. Made by Anas. Anas. Peter ground his teeth and clenched his fist. Evil cockfuckers. Peter, look. Ian pointed again. He just turned into Taylor Swift. It's a goddamn illusion, Peter muttered. Atherton students entranced by a light show. Big surprise. This isn't art. This is... Ian sighed. Peter, it's not like we see these every day. Can't you just appreciate it for what it is? You're wrong, he snapped. We see these all the time. Life is a hologram. She waved a dismissive hand and turned back to Taylor, who was now morphing into the Robert Drake. Peter clapped her on the shoulder. I'll right back. Don't drink the punch. She didn't reply. She was bobbing to the music and watching the holo. Peter took it as a tacit acknowledgement. He didn't realize she hadn't heard him. Peter skulked over to the refreshment table. Looking suspiciously from side to side, once he was certain no one was watching, he flipped a soluble tablet into the punch. The tablet was a variant of LSD known as on the streets as 00 negative. It referred to the blood type's donative properties, meaning Peter's shit would work on anyone. It didn't matter whether you'd eaten or how much you weighed. You took 00 negative and you'd see the center of God's asshole. After the tablet bubbled and vanished, Peter expressed a small, satisfied grunt. Time to deal with Holly. He reached in his pocket, grasped the Fuckrising, and headed for the cheerleader. She was still chatting with her brainless minions, splaying her fingers against her cleavage and nodding along in spirited agreement. God damn, he thought, she looks beautiful. His raging hormones took control, halting Peter dead in his tracks. He gaped at the love of his life with a mixture of lust and adoration. No, his expression steeled. You know what she is. You know what she's done. He forced his feet to keep walking. This was too important to let his hard dick get in the way. Holly Dent was like Sarah Palin, only smart and capable. If he didn't act now and thwart her ascension, the world would end in ash and fire. There'd be no escape from Peter fucking Lee. Blake Turner swooped in front of him. You wiped the snot off your face. Good job, booger bitch. Peter glared. Your insults suck. He tried to sidestep, but Blake shuffled right, cutting him off. What are you, a late-night comic? Let's hear what you got, cunt here. Talk some shit. Peter replied with a dark chuckle. I'm going to rip your small intestine up from your mouth, your large intestine up from your ass, and use you as a jump rope. Glory in your college years because after you graduate, you're going to wither away in a suburban Mordor. Whiny brats, a crippling oxy addiction, and a milfy wife that can't stop banging the big dick tennis trainer. Face it, Blake, your predictable as fuck life is about to peak. Stevie Winthrop, a seasoned member of Blake's entourage, roared with laughter. Blake shot him a dirty look. Stevie cut it short by coughing in his fist. The jock turned back to Peter. You think you're real smart, don't you, Lee? You give me so many comebacks and I'm spoiled for them. Blake bowed up, pressing his pecs against Peter's. You. The fuck you going to do, huh? You want to start some, huh? He shoved Peter squarely in the chest, making him stumble a few steps back. Peter raised his hands, palms out, the gesture that said, I don't want to fight. He was grasping the Fuckrising between his fingers, but no one noticed. They were all too busy climbing the teenage dominance hierarchy. Look, man, I have business with Holly, so... Blake snorted. Business with Holly? He looked over his shoulder and yelled, guys, Peter fucking Lee has business with... And then he swung. Peter saw it coming. It was straight out of Street Fighting 101. He ducked the haymaker and stepped in, circling Blake's neck and catching the jock in a standing head and arm choke. He followed up with a cross-leg trip, whipping his hips to add extra torque. Blake hit the ground and with a pained woof. Peter skipped over him to get to Holly, but Blake, beast-ass wrestler that he was, scrambled to his feet and took Peter down. Peter employed his jiu-jitsu. Due to long hours of training with Reptar, he was almost as good as a Danaher black belt and pulled guard. One elevator sweep later, he'd mounted Blake and was sitting on his chest. Fucker! Blake threw another haymaker and it missed Peter's face, but knocked the Fuckrising out of his hand. The green glowing vial arced upward, reflecting light in its curved surface. No! Peter arched back and tried to grab it. You're dead, Lee. Dead! Blake bridged his hips, bucking Peter off and squirting up into hunched crouch. Peter didn't care. The Fuckrising was the only thing that mattered. He pushed off the hardwood and sprinted towards it. Don't let it break. Don't let it... There was a tinkle of glass, a chorus of oh my gods, and the ear-piercing wail of Holly's scream. What the fuck? What the fuck? She staggered sideways, clutching at her eyes with her polished nails. Oh no! Icy dread formed in Peter's stomach. She was supposed to drink it, not get in her... Ah! She swung wildly, trying to cold cock the fucker who'd thrown shit in her eyes. Excuse me. Students stared at her, captivated by her fury. Blake turned with no exception. Peter fucking Lee, Ian shouted. He turned toward her voice. She marched up to him and shook an empty cup in front of his nose. Did you roofie the punch, you fucking asshole? His gaze widened. Shit, Ian, I told you not to drink it. She raised a fist, making him take a reflexive step back. I didn't hear you, jackass. I had 3 fucking cups. Oh my God, he cradled his head in his hands. Don't forget, okay? It's double and negative. You're going to hallucinate, but try and remember that none of it's real. Double what? LSD, he flinched back, covered up. She shook her head, disgusted. That's what I thought. The gym's been fractalizing. Wait, he lowered his hands. How are you even functioning? She gave him an exasperated look. Peter, I've practiced Kundalini yoga for over a decade. I've seen all this before. She lifted her arm, encompassing the gym with a casual wave. He stared dumbly at her. Ian, you've drunk enough acid to visit Middle Earth and detect a color X-wing. And you can still talk. How is that even... He sighed. Chongo Peter Lee, get over yourself. Enlightenment is the ultimate disappointment. He wrinkled his brow. What? Another sigh. If everything is made of an all-powerful consciousness that voluntarily limited itself so it could rediscover its own omnipotence, then enlightenment means accepting and embracing what you already knew. It's no surprises, Peter, not if you know what you're truly looking for. She made a fist and knocked down his forehead. Wake up, you angry little monkey. You brushed your hand away. That's not... Another scream split the air. Holly was pressing a hanky to her face, vowing loudly that whoever had done this would pay with their organs. A cluster of students had crowded around her, surrounding her with concern and urgent murmurs. Peter started forward. It needs to be ingested. Got to make sure that... She lowered the hanky, her lips spread wide in a vacant smile. Peter halted, unsure of what to do. Paisley Miller was standing beside Holly, talking into her phone, pleading with the 911 operator to please hurry. Holly put a hand on her shoulder. It's okay, Paige. I'm fine. Paisley looked doubtful. You sure? Holly's smile grew a little wider. I'm fine, she replied. Paisley spoke into her phone. False alarm, sorry, and clicked it off. Peter watched, nodding creepily like a B-movie serial killer. That's just a come-up. Your personal psychosphere is about to get beaten and shat on. I stretched, yawned, and blinked sleepily. I'm okay. She glanced around at her concerned thralls. Seriously. I settled on the far wall, coated in a wash of dancing hall lights. I'm going inside. I need some air. Blake, who had declared on numerous occasions that he'd stuff his 3-foot boner into Holly's snatch, laid a gentle hand on her upper back. Want some company? She circled her arm, breaking contact. Fuck off, Blake. She walked toward the exit. You douche bro Neanderfuck. I need to be alone with myself. The last 2 words rang loud and clear in Peter's ears. Myself. Peter grinned. The fuck rising fucketh. The fuck rising cometh. And let out a deep, satisfied breath. And the fuck rising fucketh. So that is chapter 5. As I said, next we're going to do chapters 6 and 7, which will be the last chapters that we do in this particular book. So I hope you're enjoying these. I hope that you're buying the book and that you'll look at Kent Wayne's, look at some of the other authors that we've read on these, and also, of course, look at mine. So all these, everybody's is available on Amazon, so plenty to choose from. I look forward to seeing you on the next reading when we do chapter 6 and 7 of Kor-Thank, Barbarian Valley Girl. I appreciate you dropping by. Hopefully you'll leave some comments letting us know how you like these. So I'm going to sign off. Look forward to seeing you again, and you have a good day.